Daniel's on the track.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of BlvdAve TV. I am your host, Old Man Logan, and to my left is the boy,
BlvdAve,
and to his right,
Gas Station Pete.
All right, and we have a guest in here tonight. Would you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
My name's Jack Will. What's up?
What's up, Jack? Nice to meet you.
You too.
All right, welcome on the show. Welcome to BlvdAve TV.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty. So we got a couple of questions here, Jack. We're gonna just go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So, so you're an author, you're a fashion designer, fitness guru, obviously, looking at your physique. So, I mean, is there anything else that I'm leaving out the bag that you do? Or
no, I got one homie. He'd say I do everything, but, you know, I don't know. I just be moving around, you know, and get bored fast.
Okay. So.
Jack of all trades over here.
Right.
Trying to be, man. I'm really trying to be.
So, like, is there anything out of what you do that stands out more than the others?
I think fitness, because I've been doing it for a while. And now I think writing ability is starting to catch up to fitness. So.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So you got the concept of what is the concept of the leaders of the zombie resistance came in, and explain to us what is that about?
The concept, man, me and pretty much brothers wrote it like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And it's basically about three brothers and their will to survive a post-apocalyptic world with zombies and whatnot. But it covers everything. It's going to cover, like, you know, racial injustice, you know, relationships, you know what I'm saying? It's going to really cover everything. And it's going to be a point of view that we generally don't get to see as far as black people go.
Okay. So my other question is, what are these zombies like? Are they Zombieland zombies, or are they Walking Dead zombies?
You know what? They more, you seen World Z? Yeah, they more of that kind.
Okay.
And well, we published the comic. We had a couple people talk about, like, hey, y'all don't know what zombies is, and it's like, just stick with us. We definitely know what they are. We cover it, how, like, a traditional zombie is, and how they differ, and why we call them zombies.
Okay.
You know.
Cool.
Okay, so while we on the zombie talk, I want to get your opinion on the popular TV show The Walking Dead and where the series is heading right now.
Yeah.
With the star Andrew Lincoln now leaving the show. You know, Andrew is Rick Grimes, the main character of the comic book and of the show. And with his departure, where do you see this show going?
Man, I definitely think ratings gonna go down. The show is Andrew Lincoln for the most part. Rick Grimes is, and if you read the comics, Rick Grimes is. I mean, that's the comic. That he's the main character. He's the leader. So I definitely think ratings gonna go down. But I think they still got star power. They still got Daryl. Daryl's a huge fan favorite. All the season one really huge fan favorite. But ratings went down after Daryl. I mean, not Daryl. Glenn. Glenn got.
Glenn was a favorite,
like,
man. That was hard watching that.
I stopped. I didn't even see that season. I had stopped watching for a while.
It was hard. It was hard for me to watch, even though I knew what happened. It was like, now I get to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Once it happened, it was like, they really doing this.
He escaped death before, didn't he?
Like, I believe so.
He was trapped in
that was trash. I was like,
that's
ain't no way.
Wasn't that when what's the name died? Chris Rock. Everybody hates Chris.
No, I know what you're talking about. He died bogus
that was
death.
hard to watch too.
Right.
Wasn't he trying to save somebody?
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was trying to save Glenn.
He was trying to save Glenn. They were trying to save somebody else.
Okay.
And the guy just kind of deviated from the plan. The plan was working, like they always. And I can't think of what that's called. But you know when you enter a building,
that revolving door.
Yeah, the revolving door.
Yeah.
So the plan was basically like, look, we're gonna push this slowly. You know what I mean? You're gonna get out. I'm gonna get out, et cetera, et cetera. The other guy that was with him and Glenn just kind of lost it. He deviated from the plan, like I said, and then dude became lunch meat for the zombies.
Right,
real lunch meat.
One of the most gruesome deaths on that show.
Yeah.
So I mean, do you think Daryl has the star power to keep the show going?
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna die off. I mean, I hope not. I think Daryl can lead it if he want to. I don't even know why Andrew Lincoln leaving. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he's tired of being Rick, but I think Daryl can definitely pull it off.
I don't know how you get tired of being Rick.
Typecast.
When you not necessarily typecast, because the only thing I remember Andrew Lincoln in before becoming Rick Grimes was like a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
you
like see what you just said though?
Before becoming
Rick Grimes, that's
that
the only thing.
That was the only thing.
He ain't done nothing else.
It's a meal ticket though. Like,
but
true,
I think I read in
true.
the interview he said he not really pursuing anything else right now. Like, he's
really?
comfortable. He likes
so
his
it's kind
family.
of just like a break.
Right, probably, yeah.
But maybe he's tired of it. I don't know.
Maybe we'll lose him and then he'll come back in one season.
That's dead.
They just, where is he?
Hey, as long as they don't lose Negan, they got a show. So
yeah, Negan, I like his character.
Negan is the shit, man.
And y'all read the comics?
Nah, I don't. I can't.
I got a friend. He was here last week, and that's who kind of told me, what was going on in the comics versus what they're doing on TV.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like privy to what's going on, and like when they got Carl off of the show, I was like pissed off. I was just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, how do you not? The Walking Dead is Carl and Rick. Like, without them two, I'm like, how do you do this show? How do you continue this show?
And then it's like, well, how did you keep him this long just to knock him off in season 8?
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Like, granted, I get it. He was playing a 12-year-old kid, because Carl's supposed to be 12 in the comics, but it's like he's an actor. Like, this is what happens when you make something live action.
Years.
Like, he can't stay that same size forever. Like,
That's true.
All right, so describe a day in the life of creating content for the leaders of the zombie resistance.
So we pretty much get together over the phone, really, because shout out Trey, he in Arizona, and shout out Chantel, they in Arizona, and I'm here, so it's kind of sometimes it can be difficult, but for the most part, it's cool. But we get together concepts. They might write something and then send it to me. I'll say, what I'm saying, this is cool.
Right.
Let's add this, let's subtract this, and kind of just keep revolving until we get something that stick.
So how do you come up with storylines for it? Like,
man, we come up with storylines just based on like what we would do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask y'all too when I get the chance, but we just ask the question like, yo, what would you do? And then we base it off of that, and then like one of the premises going to Chris is looking to go find his wife. So it's like, what would you do if your wife was downstate and all this happened? You gonna leave her? You gonna go get her? You know what I'm saying? So I know. I was just saying, I know. For some people, they be like, I don't know, but that's generally how we come up with stuff. We just kind of put it in our head, like, what would we do? How would we feel?
Yeah.
So, how did you figure out the release schedule? Like, I see that, like, well, you could tell us about the platform that you have.
Yeah, so on Webtoons is a huge platform for people that like to read comics. It's free. It's a lot of good content on there. A lot of good writers, a lot of good illustration. As far as the release schedule go, it's really unstructured for us right now because we have to pay for Illustrator, and that's really tough. So it's kind of hard to put all this work on the Illustrator and get it like, hey, I need this by next week, or I need this by next week, and then we got to come up with the money. So it's like when we get it, the world gets it, So.
Okay. All right. So just off of like the comic in general, where do you guys draw that inspiration from? I know you kind of alluded to like what would you do, but like
I don't know, man.
What made you want to do this comic?
For me, I don't know. My mom's was always watching like Night of the Living Dead and stuff like that, and then I saw a glimpse of it, and I just strayed towards it, and I just been infatuated ever since. Yeah. And I think it's something about post-apocalyptic worlds where people can like draw inspiration from. That's all I can really pull from that one. It's just something that I get thrilled by.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, go ahead.
No, I was going to say because when I see it, I be thinking the same thing. Like, what would I do?
Yeah.
Just situations. So yeah, that's a world that's good to be touched on.
Yeah. I never really been a fan of zombie. I don't think that should have ever happened.
I think it will. I really think it will be.
Okay.
I was just about to
call
ask
my
you,
phone.
Do you think it's something that's going to happen in our lifetimes, or maybe
I do.
afterwards.
Now, see that now you got to think about the word zombie. Now, if you look it up, it's like a dead-ish living figure, right? But I don't know if that will happen. But I think something like World War Z will happen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, get bit by a raccoon or something, and then you just rabied out,
Right?
And I know you seen homie like what I'm saying, them clips. What I'm saying, different parts.
You
of
talking
the
about
world.
my man in Miami?
Yeah.
He taking flames like to his whole body,
But he was off that shit though.
That's that zombie shit.
Exactly.
Now, if they get it in everybody, you seen Resident Evil? You play Resident
It
Evil.
don't matter what it
if
is.
it gets
What
under the
y'all-
umbrella,
If y'all forget, right? So I do think it's possible. I ain't saying it's gonna happen, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah, anything is possible, but I mean, I don't see it.
I don't know about people coming out the grave.
right? I don't think that's
a
a
thriller, but
Get ready, B.
like I said, don't call my
I ain't got to be ready for that.
Man, if you see Wesker coming down the street,
right.
you already know what it is.
It's funny though, not to cut you off, but that whole Miami thing, like when that happened, people was actually hitting my phone, like, "Gee, did you see that?" You know what I'm saying? It's happening. You know what I'm saying? Twitter was going crazy for a second.
This nigga was just getting artillery ready and shit.
Hey, maybe.
Canned goods, in the house, barricaded up.
Artillery, ammunition,
All of that.
bottled water.
Better get you some.
Right.
Me, I'm walking to the convenience store getting mine
Somebody gonna knock you over, bro.
without a care in the world. I don't. That shit ain't
Knocking
coming
you
my
right
way.
over.
But at what age did you fall in love with art and comics? And who were some of your influences?
Early, maybe when I was about 5. My pops was like really into art. He can do anything art related, really. Other than that, like artists, I like Salvador Dali. I don't know if y'all know he the one. If you see like the melting clocks, he kind of did that. As far as like an artist that does art, that's probably the only one.
So
All right. So, what is your ultimate goal in releasing these various products? The comic book, the fashion, doing your fitness. Like, what's the ultimate goal here?
Well, fitness is separated. That's like its own thing. Right, I ain't gonna say I'm bored with it, but like the art and the writing is what I'm focused on. So, goal related wise, let me see. I really want to pass this. This what am I trying to say? Contest. Because the comics are the contest, so they judge it based upon like rates, audience engagement, storyline, stuff like that.
Right.
So we get to the next level, then we get the opportunity to create the anime, and that's ultimately
Okay.
that's always been a goal of ours to do that. And it's like we got a clear shot if we can get to that next level.
is it kind of like, is that the stuff that kind of like that you kind of see on the Sci-Fi Channel with the making the makeups and all that stuff? Is that the same
With the
thing?
anime?
Yeah.
No, that's more like Japanese.
Right. No, I'm saying not that. I'm saying as far as the contest you're trying to get in, is the same something towards that as well? Oh, okay.
They just give us, I think it's like $80,000. So we
okay.
$80,000, and we can
That's
use
nice.
that too.
That's nothing, huh? 80,000.
I ain't thinking about the money. I'm just thinking about the project. Like I want to
Right.
get the project done. That's
Okay.
the goal.
That's cool.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, so what's your stance in the comic world today, and why has it become so popular, like in this era?
I think it's always been popular. I don't think there's been a slump as far as like comic book sales, like in the 2000s, early 2000s, so forth. But I don't think comics in the general has ever been.
But I think it's like at its pinnacle. Like I think it's at the highest that it's ever been right now.
Yeah, maybe because of film.
Right.
But I think it's for that reason, because of film. So you got people like, for example, and I hate that this happens because it's Black Panther, right? So you take a movie like Black Panther, who's really a B- kind of character that nobody, you really gotta like know who he is to know who he is. You take him and then he becomes a A+ character based upon merchandise, and it's like they use, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get into all that, but they're trying to use the character, and then now you see all the merchandise. Now you got people who don't read comics going to buy comics, and I think that's why comic, as of right now, is really booming out like that.
Right. So I mean, so what do you think puts a character like Black Panther in demand to where people would want to check for him and is looking forward to his films and reaching in?
I think Yeah, I think it depends on the character. Like, you take somebody like Black Panther, the name, it's already you gonna be like, who is that? What's that? You know what I'm saying? It's just related to like the Black Panther movement, which if you know anything, it kind of is. But yeah, I think it depends on like character. Like, you take somebody like Aquaman, and I'm just like, I don't really care. But you take somebody like Black Panther, it's like, okay, I want to see what that's like.
About, yeah.
Now, of course, you got the trailer and whatnot, and they got to be fire, but yeah.
Now, Aquaman, they flipped the script. You know,
they
flipped the script for the cinematic universe.
I was just arguing with somebody about Aquaman.
But they didn't?
They did, but I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's still Aquaman. Like, if I go buy Aquaman comic, he gonna be orange up here and green down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they revamped it so that they could sell merchandise and whatnot, and sell tickets to the movie.
But why? Because he's trash. So they had to revamp him. I hate Aquaman. I hate Aquaman.
That's part of capitalism.
Hey, like I said, look how they did Black Panther. Nobody was checking for him.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, I hear you.
They had to bring the black guy.
I was saying.
I never thought anybody gonna check for Aquaman in a onesie and orange and green and blonde hair. Don't nobody want to see that. But you get Jason Momoa, he tatted up. You know, look like one of the Usos. You know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that.
Badass.
That's true, man.
I mean, Black Panther was an opportunity, man. Like the Disney execs knew what they was doing with that project. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew they knew the value of the black dollar. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And they actually, I commend them on it though, because they gave us a good project. They made sure they attached, you know what I mean, hip hops. You know, Hollywood's black elite to it. You know, you had Angela Bassett, you had Forrest Whitaker, even though he was only in there for a hot second. But, you know, and it was a good story. You got Ryan Coogler. You made Michael B. Jordan into a superstar off of this villain. And it was like what spearheaded Marvel's presentation of their villains. Because going forward from Killmonger, you've had these villains. I kind of like to say they're relatable because, you know, who didn't like Killmonger? Who didn't like Bushmaster and Luke Cage? Like, you could relate to their stances and why they felt the way they felt and why they was doing what they was doing. Like, you could relate to their cause. Yeah. So I think, you know, Disney just was like, all right, who do we got in the Marvel Universe that's black? They saw it was we had a gap in there. Media Man didn't do what everybody expected it to do. So,
it's a classic.
You know what I mean? We just gonna go and slide Chadwick in there. You know, nobody was checking for Chadwick. Like, well, let's be honest, he did Thurgood Marshall movie.
James Brown.
Jackie
you know
Robinson.
What I
mean? No, he capitalized on what he did. But Black Panther was no.
I really thought he was gonna be just a old school, let's talk about true stories actor. I didn't think he was gonna do this. Like, this was
nothing else he did became as big as Black Panther.
Right.
You know, now it's to be determined if whatever he does now, you know, can get big like that. But you know,
I mean, black is better. That's why if you look at it,
black is back.
What's the best Grand Theft Auto? San Andreas, because of the black family.
I don't know.
That's debatable.
To me, it's the best that one.
I think
it was my favorite.
Yeah,
I don't know if
favorite.
It was the best.
It's not the best. It's my favorite though. Yeah, I agree with that.
Wait, which one did you say?
The San Andreas.
CJ.
No, that's
CJ. Low CJ.
Yeah. Okay. Because you know, well, it's to us because I feel like it. You know, I can relate to it more. So
yeah, when you know what I'm saying, you get one of the missions.
Right.
I felt like I was really
You. We did this last week. Right. I know what to do. You know, but
he was a Grove Street killer.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. But with the black heroes becoming prominent in television and film, what's the next black hero or heroine that you see in the movie screen in the future?
The next black one that I see, that's tough, man. Because I feel like they should do a Killmonger side project,
like an origin story.
Yeah, like an origin story. He ain't really a hero, but I kind of feel it different. I feel like he kind of is a hero at times.
He's like a vigilante of Venom, like how Venom is.
Yeah, exactly.
I compare him to Magneto a lot.
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I don't know. I kind of want to see like a Static Shock. You know, throw it up on throw it up on the Hulu, throw it on Netflix, something like that. I want to see.
Because we were
TV show.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe
just
if
don't
he'll
mess it up.
pop up on Black Lightning this season because You know, they kind of been. They said that it was like Easter eggs in the first season. I didn't really see any, but they said it was some alluding to Static Shock.
I still gotta watch Black Lightning.
I think it was the relation of Black Lightning. Like he looks like he could have been like an adult.
That's what I thought.
That's
Like
what
I
I
told you
thought.
that before. I thought
Okay.
that was the adult Static Shock.
Because when you go back and look at the old comics, it's funny because it's like he looked like a 30-year-old black dude with a fro. Like this guy's old. Like he like got 2 old kids. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 50, trying to still fight. Like,
I do want to see a Black Spider-Man because that is a thing. You know?
well, they got that coming out, but it's the cartoon version.
Yeah, I
with
see
Miles.
that.
Yeah,
I want
so.
to see the cartoon.
I don't either.
I'm checking it out though. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, support it. We got to.
It's one of the things where, like, if they see the interest is there, we might get that in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I already see they, you know what I'm saying, campaigning for a Black 007.
Yeah.
And
Idris
folks is upset. So,
Yeah, of course.
you know, but I mean, why wouldn't he be a good 007?
I mean, he's British, so.
He's cool.
Definitely is cool.
So back to Static Shock. If you could cast a Static Shock, who would it be?
If I could cast Static Shock, who would it be? Any of these young cats with these dreads. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really feel like Jaden Smith could play a lot of these characters.
That's funny because he was the one that's trying to go for it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I really feel like he can play a lot of these characters, to be honest with you. Even homie, what's his name? I don't know his name. He played Dr. Dre.
Oh,
From-
I don't know his
I know
name
what you're
either, but I know
talking
you're
about.
talking about.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
can even do something too. Because
Yeah.
he, you know, I'm picturing him in The Walking Dead when he had the dreads.
Yeah.
Right.
I see
Yeah.
him pulling that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's old though. He's older. He's definitely in his 30s.
Hey man, if Tobey Maguire can play a teenage Spider-Man, yo, I feel like you can do anything.
And Shameik Moore is still my guy. So
That's
A Static Shock?
that's what yeah.
Wait, who was that?
The guy
Dude from Dope.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of another one. I'm like,
To
wait.
Get Down.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
All right. So, with that being said, Marvel Comics or DC Comics? Which one do you prefer?
Man, I'm getting asked this question a lot, and
How could you even be thinking about this?
I know
because DC got better stories sometimes. Like it's dark.
It's
know?
dark.
I don't want to see all that
Dead
bubblegum
comics is
stuff.
dark,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? But Marvel's just a fan favorite. They got more exciting characters. You know, like
Yeah.
Iron Man, Spider-Man is the most popular character.
So you would
ever.
say DC stories are better,
DC stories are definitely
but
better.
Marvel got
Marvel
the better
just
people.
got better, exciting characters. I think DC beats Marvel in an all-out kind of war. Yeah.
In a fight, DC
Yeah.
versus Marvel.
I hate to say it because I got more love for Marvel characters, but I'm just being honest.
Who came first? DC, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
I'm really trying to think like everybody going against
I
everybody.
dislike this character, but I mean they got Superman. You know what I'm saying? He's a cheat.
Right. You go get that fucking green rock and he's
but
dead.
But who on Marvel is smart as Batman to really rock like that?
Doctor Strange,
Iron Man.
Okay, Doctor Strange.
Tony
okay.
Stark.
Tony Stark.
Black Panther.
All right, y'all making good points. I'm just saying they got Superman. You know what I'm saying? And,
Fuck Superman. Batman kicked Superman's ass.
That's
Yeah.
my point. They ain't got Batman on Marvel.
I was
Nobody know
gonna-
about Krypton.
I'm just trying to think of the people that's alike, like the
Yeah.
Flash and what's his name.
I had a discussion
Going at it.
at work. Who would win, Batman or Black Panther? And surprisingly, a lot of people
I saw that popping up. Yeah.
people pick Batman. I'm like, y'all tripping?
Really?
Y'all tripping?
I can see why though.
Because he's smart.
Because Black Panther's smart too. So.
That's what I said. But
I don't see that. I
people
see
was
Black.
like Batman figured out a way to beat him. I'm like,
Well, hold
I
on. Without
think
Black Panther's drink,
yeah, they was like, well,
Without the
strip.
herb.
Yeah,
Without
they was
the
like,
herb,
strip
yeah.
him of the herb. I'm like, I ain't stripping nothing.
I still think Black Panther is Batman.
Yeah, you gonna have that herb when he run up like, I just don't see it, man. You
I
run,
guess 'cause
they
how
run into each other.
Batman been presented in comics and on the movie like they had Batman beat the Predator, so it's kind of like
Get out of here.
yeah.
Really?
Back in the day,
Well,
yeah,
maybe.
Come on.
Yeah,
Arnold
back in the day,
beat
it
him,
was a- it
actually,
was a
so-
comic.
How did Batman? Why did they make
Danny
that
Glover
comic
beat
book?
him too, so maybe. Maybe.
They were an army. That's how they.
Danny Glover almost got killed by Whoopi in The Color Purple.
Hey, true that.
Getting shaved.
Another kind of predator.
Right, real predator.
Spit in that man's water like that. So with that, who's the top Marvel character?
Like statistically, or for me?
Your favorite? Who's your favorite Marvel character?
For me,
or top 3. Let's go there.
I'm gonna give you Black Panther. I'm gonna give you Iron Man, and I'm gonna give you Hulk.
Why?
Black Panther, because he just the coolest thing since sliced bread. I mean, he embodies who we are. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got one. Finally.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man, because that technology, that shit cold. Like he got everything. You know.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing that Iron Man can't do really. Hulk, because I feel like shit like. Be mad, turn into Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel.
Hulk is trash.
What?
But
I don't like the Hulk either.
What about? Yeah,
I just saw some video on YouTube last week. It was the Hulk versus Doomsday.
Because Hulk
was
probably
that on,
is...
Mighty Raccoon.
I don't remember what the
if
channel
the Hulk
was.
Can turn
But
invisible or something, I would probably like him more. It's all he got is gets big and green. Like,
nah, he got way more than that.
What else he got?
Man, he can turn red, he can turn gray. Like, you know
what's the colors mean though?
If he turned to that red one, you know what I'm saying? He was some trouble.
I don't know. I can't roll with the Hulk. I can't roll with the Hulk.
They're all cold, bro.
Bruce Banner, nah.
I did like him.
I would want to be that guy.
I did like him in Ragnarok though.
I gotta see everything
because they showed some personality.
He was right. Yeah, he was cool.
It was at first I was like, at first I was like, what the hell? Like he shouldn't be laughing and telling jokes,
right?
But then I did, I was like, okay, I can rock with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my 3 though.
What about DC?
Of course, Batman's gonna be number 1. Flash is number 2. I'm a huge Flash fan. Yeah. And who can I put in at 3? DC, probably like Deathstroke or something. Go off the radar with it.
You said Aquaman?
No, I ain't seen no Aquaman. I'm saying,
is Flash your favorite because he runs fast?
Nah, just because he's fast in general.
Right.
He just cold, bro.
Because, every kid, always want to be fast. And growing up, that's why I like the Flash.
Yeah, I like the Flash. He was fast.
You was running from the bullies, people?
Nah, I didn't run from them. I run to him.
Right?
I run to him.
So let me ask you, being that Flash is one of your favorite characters, I had this conversation before. I don't know if I ever asked y'all, but let me put this on the table. So before Ryan Reynolds actually became Deadpool, they tried to do him as Green Lantern. I always thought he would have been a great Flash. Just for the wittiness. Like Flash isn't that like you know what I mean? Yeah. But he don't curse like that, but I just feel like that sarcasm and that wit, like Ryan Reynolds can pull that off.
Nah. In fact, when they announced him as Deadpool, I was like, "No, y'all just screwed up."
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a Ryan Reynolds. He's trash to me.
Really?
I think
he's a good
some
Deadpool.
People, yeah, I think
Nobody
he's
likes
perfect
Ryan
for
Reynolds.
Yeah, nobody likes Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know why.
I was just gonna say people either like Ryan Reynolds or they don't like Ryan
I think
Reynolds.
some people
like
are perfect for some roles, like what I'm saying, Hugh and Wolverine. I think Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Deadpool.
Yeah, he is perfect.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like if he ever stops being Deadpool,
typecasted.
That's it.
Yeah, he's
Just like Johnny Depp, he's just a pirate forever.
He wasn't funny in Just Be Friends to you, nothing?
Was that the one where he got big?
He was fast when he was fat.
That shit was funny. I ain't gonna stop. That joint was funny.
But that's him in his bag though, with the sarcasm. Like that's what you can only stomach that for so much in the whole movie.
I'm willing to say that's his best movie.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like Deadpool too.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it
terrible.
either. It was like
there was too much going on.
You know what? But I would probably rather see Ryan Reynolds opposed to Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Put it that way, yeah.
Ezra Miller, I don't know how they picked this dude.
What did he play in? What else did he do?
He's like a model or some shit.
Was he?
I'm trying to think. What was
I never heard.
He was
of
in Amy Schumer's movie. Like for a hot second, she had like a bedroom scene with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's like 17, huh?
Yeah, he had to have been young as hell.
Yeah, he was like 17.
Because he's only like 22 now.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only other movie I seen him in. Yeah, I'd rather see Dustin Grant though.
Yeah,
that's Flash.
Yeah,
to me.
That's Flash. Yeah, he is the
Flash to
Flash.
me. Yeah,
Perfect. Probably need to hit the weights, but that's what I'm saying. That's besides the point.
All right. But if you could create a character in either universe, what would his or her name be, and what would be their powers?
I would probably choose DC because I feel like they got, like I said, the better stories. I feel like Marvel is more geared towards children. That's where the money is.
Right.
What would they name be? I don't know. I was thinking about this actually today. Like, it's kind of Wolverine-ish, I guess, but maybe call him like, I don't know, Bones, Spike, something like that. But he got like, he can excrete like sharp bones from his body at any time he wants. So,
Okay.
you know, kind of like what's the damn animal?
Porcupine.
Yeah, like that.
And he'd shoot him out of his body?
Yeah, not shoot him, but they just come out. You know what I'm saying? Like if
So what would be the purpose of it being there?
I don't know. I'm saying I ain't really develop it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to build a character.
Yeah, I got to build a
Sharp
character.
with the
He
idea.
might shoot him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
He
yet.
just run and hug people and just.
Somebody might try to snatch him up, and he, you know what I'm saying, get off me. You know?
Okay.
But that'll have to happen every time.
No, okay, so true. If it wasn't that, that was just something I thought about earlier. But I'm a huge, like, you know what I'm saying, Dragon Ball fan. So it would have to be someone like him harnessing powers and being able to shoot the joints. Like,
Okay.
it had to be something like that.
So you say Marvel is for the kids, like,
Yeah.
now you saying that theatrically, or are you saying that with the stories too? Because like, if you really think about like Spider-Man, he should like have some rated R movies. Like his villains do some do some sinister stuff.
Like I do feel like it's for the kids because as a kid, yeah, the villains do sinister stuff, but we really don't get to see that. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to be deep in the comics. But what they show us is Spider-Man coming on Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
X-Men coming on Fox.
Right.
And what would always blow me when I was a shorty, I'd be like, man, they will never see him really getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? You got Shaka or Rhino ramming him, you know what I'm saying, blast him. He ain't never really
Yeah,
no blood,
that's true.
no nothing.
And that's what I'm saying, because like that's why I don't think you can really do Carnage in a movie unless you're gonna give it the hard R rating. Like,
Yeah, like they did Logan.
yeah, like it's no way to do that character without that having an R rating. Like the way he just going.
That's why Logan is my favorite Marvel movie.
That is a great movie, yeah.
I never finished it. I watched it and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
To me, Logan was like a whole nother. It didn't even seem like a Marvel character. It just seemed like this was a story.
Yeah.
A movie about somebody, you know, they created like that. Yeah, that was real good.
Is Venom going to be rated R?
I hope so.
I don't think so. I think it's PG-13.
I don't think so.
I think it's PG-13.
They might water my boy Tom Hardy down.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite actors. So.
Yeah,
But again, like with Carnage, he's a character that really shouldn't be PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But yeah, like I said, I do think it's for the kids.
yeah.
All right, so what's your take on the cinematic universe for both DC and Marvel? And out of the upcoming movies that are, you know, for both DC and Marvel, what are your expectations?
Man, my take on it, Marvel is slamming DC, and I think until DC finds the right directors and writers, it's going to continue to be that way. It's like they got to play catch up, and when you're playing catch up, you're going to have your quality ain't going to be there.
Right.
Coming up, definitely, I think Venom is going to be a banger. As far as DC goes, I'm not really sure because Aquaman ain't going to do it for me. And that's for me. I do like the whole, they made him look kind of cool. You know? But I don't know if y'all follow Shazam at all. Did y'all see the Shazam trailer?
Yeah, I was like
that didn't
excited
really
for
do it
that.
for
I was
me.
like,
That
are you
looked
kidding
hella
me?
corny.
That's what
That
I'm saying.
didn't
Really,
do it for me.
I think it's cool. Like,
What do you think?
because I know what it is. I mean, I go back into my world of being a kid.
Right.
I would love that happen to me. Be a kid, and then all of a sudden I become a superhero.
Yeah, but why would you? I mean, it looked like his costume was from like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Walmart.
DC don't got that shit together. They don't have
They
costumes
don't.
together
I'm saying,
at all.
I don't
so.
see that Shazam beat like Black Adam. Black Adam pull up, he's getting beat up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, Black Adam gonna be corny because Shazam's super duper corny.
Yeah, right.
So it's like,
So is
if
it
they
true
didn't
that
get
The Rock is going to be him?
don't think
yeah,
so.
I
yeah,
think
he's Black
It's
Adam.
really true.
I think that's
Okay.
confirmed.
And he's getting his own movie. Of course,
See,
it's
that's-
The Rock. The
see,
Rock.
Back to Venom, they haven't given it a rating yet.
They haven't given
But
it
they're
one yet.
leaning
So
towards R.
if
It's
they
gonna
lean
be
towards
R.
R,
It's gonna be
I'll
R.
be ready.
It's going to be R, yeah.
That's great. Then it's gonna be R.
Initially, that's what I heard, R, but I don't know yet.
But I don't see nothing in DC that's coming up that I'm gonna be like, yo, I want to see that. Unless you get like Christopher Nolan back on the scene and get the writing, direction, because Zack Snyder ain't cutting it, and whoever else they got,
and Christian Bale.
But see, I think that was the I think that was the problem with DC trying to catch up to Marvel. Like Marvel had this super duper rollout where you could see everything was planned out, and they just executed. So I think that's where they made their error in trying to say, all right, boom, we just gonna give you the Justice League. We're not gonna work up to it or nothing like how Marvel did. Marvel was giving you Easter eggs in each movie. You knew what to expect going into the next one. You know what I mean? So the anticipation was already there. But with DC, it was just kind of like, all right, let's put these all together. You know what I mean? We're just gonna throw it out.
And that's what I always said with DC. They should have took their time because it's gonna come a time when Marvel slows down, and that'll be their time to pick up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
Marvel's getting to a point to me where it's what they gonna do next. What we got coming up next, and it's like right now all they got is Venom. If we see Venom, this could be DC's perfect time to come out with the Aquaman. Hopefully it's a good movie, and any other character they may have to bring it to that. Because we need something now. Everybody gonna want to see some new comic stuff. So I think they should have just been patient with it and kept it going.
I mean, I think if DC wanted to take over, their window is now.
Yeah.
Because next year they got a pretty stacked roster over there on Marvel. They got Captain Marvel,
all that stuff.
Yeah, a whole bunch of shit coming out. So they would have to be putting out stuff now till Captain Marvel.
It's they downtime for them, so they can. But
we'll see.
But all we got is Aquaman. So
right.
Hopefully he can.
Well, you got Wonder
Woman
Woman too.
coming back out.
She's coming out before Captain Marvel.
I think
she comes out next summer, I believe. So I think it's coming out after.
They showing so much though.
Yeah, I mean, in between now and Captain Marvel, the only thing DC has is Aquaman.
I think so.
Right.
I think so.
They Wonder Woman to do the numbers they need.
And they're gonna be in the 80s. Everybody love the 80s.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I like the one. Wonder Woman was probably their best film.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know how they bring in.
If you take out like Christopher Nolan's Batman.
They bringing Chris Evans back. I don't know how they doing that, but
into DC.
No, he's gonna be in Wonder Woman too. Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
So I was like,
it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
We'll see.
All right, so before I even get into that, who's your favorite Batman?
Can you just put him in a list?
Why you gonna do that too?
Ain't no list for this, really.
Who's your favorite Batman?
It's a list.
It's only two.
Okay, I want to hear who his two is.
Okay,
and I might get kicked out.
Michael Keaton.
My man, Michael Keaton.
And Christian Bale.
And Ben Affleck.
No. I like Ben Affleck because I see who Zack Snyder's making him.
Dog.
I like the costume. But no, he's not Batman.
Okay, first of all,
Ben Affleck is not Daredevil. He
ain't Daredevil. But
Ben Affleck
Batman.
is
he's Batman.
Ben Affleck is the dude from what's the name of that movie? Beantown, whatever it was called, where they was robbing everybody. That's who he is. The Town. That's who he is. He's just the Town. He's not a super. I don't see Ben Affleck as
a hero. There's no other actor that's like put on the size that look like an actual Batman. You know what I'm saying?
How tall is he? He's about 6'2", 6'3", right?
He's like 6'4".
Really?
Yeah, he about 6'2". I don't think he's 6'4". He about 6'2", 6'3".
I'm telling you, he Batman.
I ain't gonna front. Ben did look like the Batman from like the Arkham Asylum series.
Exactly.
Yeah, I liked him, but
he did both.
I can't put him
up
up there.
big like that.
Nah,
I will give him that.
It's only two to me.
Like 5'10". If I see Christian Bale out on the streets, I'm probably gonna.
He's 6 feet in the movie. We
he got on boats. You know what I'm saying?
Then he's British. You don't want no smoke. Bro.
I do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't like Christian Bale as Batman. I'll just put it out there. I think if you take away Christopher Nolan's directing and writing, then Christian Bale would have been trash as Batman.
Okay, so Christian Bale or Val Kilmer?
Christian Bale, easy.
Definitely not Val Kilmer suit was
weak. George Clooney don't count.
George Clooney, they don't count.
I thought Pete was a Val Kilmer kind of guy.
No.
Iceman.
No. I like that Iceman. I don't lie. I did like that Iceman.
I ain't gonna say Iceman was kind of lit.
He was fun, man.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's my favorite, so.
I just don't know why.
Where is he?
That's why.
His voice was trash, yo. Like, I wouldn't take him serious. You know,
Ben Affleck's voice was better?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At least it wasn't like ultra disguised. Like he does.
That's how it's supposed to be.
His throat should be so stressed out from keeping that voice. The whole movie, bro. Like, come on.
It wasn't the whole movie.
Okay,
He didn't do it when he was laying on that damn yacht.
Whatever, man. Look, I'm just saying, Christian Bale ain't my.
He just tossed his suitcase, jumped in that water, hopped in that plane, went to Japan, China, wherever he was at. Gave him
cool,
his mobile.
He had some cool stuff in that movie, but that's it.
All right.
Trump ain't my president. Christian Bale ain't my Batman.
All right, so what's your favorite comic film of the past? DC or Marvel?
Logan for Marvel. DC probably would be, if it counts, then I'm going to do The Dark Knight.
It definitely counts.
Well, you know how, like, in today's, like...
It's different now. Yeah, it seems like it's kind of different now.
It seems like it's old.
Cause I got a feeling they're going to make another Batman.
They got to.
And it's like, I don't want to see it.
So who do you think...
It's too many Batmans. It's been 35 Batmans. I don't want to see no more.
They got Batman Beyond?
35.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see Batman Beyond.
I like that one. I like the way it was.
Yeah.
Just keep that one as that. I don't even want to make a movie out of that one.
I feel you.
They'd have to bring him back. You got Wonder Woman and the new Justice League coming. You got to have Batman.
We seen it in Batman vs. Superman. We saw that story again. Just leave it at
So
that.
then you don't want to see, like, no more Fast and Furious. You one of those kind of, like...
Yeah,
stop.
I never watched Fast and Furious. I stopped at Tokyo Drift. Like, it was too many.
Okay.
It was too many going on.
I feel that, I guess.
So who would you cast as a new Batman? Would you bring back Ben Affleck or would you get somebody
Apparently,
else?
my man's just going through it with, like, rehab and all that, so I don't know.
Yes.
Who, Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Rehab.
Yeah.
What Ben Affleck?
He got, like, alcoholism, you know what I'm saying?
See, Batman wouldn't drink.
I can
Older
kind of
Batman did, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Actually,
was the older Batman.
Well, Michael Keaton wouldn't drink.
No, Michael Keaton wouldn't drink. He wouldn't do that. If I couldn't bring Ben Affleck back, I don't know. That's hard. Batman is hard.
Who did we say? Because we had this discussion before.
Well,
As
they
a
said
Batman?
They said Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah,
was
Jake Gyllenhaal.
was in the front running.
Come on.
For Batman?
Yeah.
He's small, too.
All right,
Batman
let me
has
ask you this, man. 'Cause
Batman gotta
I
be-
can't remember if I had this conversation with them. My man, Joe Magliano,
Who was
Oh,
that?
yeah, you did bring him up.
he was Deathstroke. He was
Okay.
at the end of Justice League.
I ain't seen
He's
that.
played in True Blood. He's played in what else he's been in? He's been in Magic Mike, and he's been
Definitely
in.
ain't seen
Oh, the dude. The Roman Reigns kind of looking
He a
dude.
big brolic dude, but you know what I'm
He can't
saying.
get too big.
And that's the thing. He's probably too big, but he has the look.
He reminds you of a young
He would
Kevin
be
Nash.
he would be a super intimidating Batman.
Wait a minute.
He'll be a nice Batman.
Oh, well, that's crazy because he looked like the dude I was going to say. What's my man's name? Type in Crixus from Spartacus. I don't know if y'all seen it. He looked just like him, so I guess that would
It
be
might
cool.
be him. Yeah, he will be a good Batman.
Manu Bennett. If you watch Arrow, he was
Oh,
Deathstroke in Arrow.
yeah. He looked like the same dude.
Looked like his brother, man. I could see one of them two playing Batman, or the dude from one of the what's the movie, man? The Purge.
In the second one,
Yeah, he. You know,
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I know
Can't
what you're
think
talking
of his
about.
name,
Yeah,
but
He's talking about this dude.
they do look familiar.
He's played Deathstroke in Arrow.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why they got one with Joe for the movie.
Yeah, I could see him playing.
They
Batman.
definitely do got a resemblance.
That's who I would cast.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of no Batmans. That'd be mine.
That's a hard one. Thinking of Batman is hard.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a debate.
Do you feel you ever obligated to come up with characters of color when creating?
Yeah, I think it's important to show that, especially given where we at in today's world. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Black Panther definitely touched on this. Like, man, we got main characters that can thrive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be typical. So I do feel some type of pressure to make characters be, saying, black, but also want it to be real. I see some people, they make black characters just to have black characters.
Right.
That's cool, but I also like realism. Everybody ain't black, just like everybody ain't white.
Right.
Right,
true.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do cover that in the comments. We make everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be black dudes dating white girls or whatever, and people going to be coming at them weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We cover all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's dope.
Alrighty, so where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see LZR being over with, honestly. I got a whole bunch of other stuff I'm already writing. I see IZ Comics, which is the name of the company. I see that being real big through like any streaming service. You know, I feel like in 10 years, if I mention this is coming out, then people are going to be like checking for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going to have films done as far as anime and live film.
Now, why do you think LZR be done? Like, do you have like a story wise? Do you guys like already have it mapped out? Like you have a start and an ending, obviously, or
no, not really. If I ask them, I don't know. But for me, I feel like it'd be 10 years is a long time. You know? It just depends on where we are. I feel like comic books might not be done, but maybe the anime is done, or maybe comic books is done, and we've recreated it through a different venue.
Right.
So,
I got one question before we go.
Yeah.
Marvel gives you $500 million.
Yeah.
DC gives you $100 million.
Yeah.
To make a character, a comic book, whatever. Who would you go with?
DC. $500 million is a lot of money to make back. You know, if you don't make it back, then you pretty much ain't nobody really trying to work with you. You feel me?
Right.
With $100 million, I feel like I can do a lot of what I need to do, and then make that back. So cool. I would choose DC.
Cool. It's for the love of the game.
Yeah, for the love of the
team.
Really. Keep it going.
I like that.
Yep. All right. Well, there you have it, Jack. Before we get out of here, why don't you go ahead and get the people your social media information, where they can find you.
So if you go to Webtoons, you can find us webtoons.com, and then type in Leaders of the Zombie Resistance. You will see us pop up. Instagram, LZR Jack. Our company is IZ Comics on Instagram, so that's what we mainly really focusing on as far as like social media goes. So, on behalf of me, Trey, Matt, Chantel, I just want to ask y'all, you know what I'm saying, starting with you, where would you go? Where the first place you going if it happens? You wake up, shit hit the fan. What you gonna do?
If it were to happen, which is not, but if it did,
Gotta say that shit.
if it did, I would be trying to accumulate as many weapons as possible.
So you in the crib or okay?
I'm barricaded in there. I'm weaponed up.
What you gonna do about food?
I got food.
You got enough food?
If not, I get food.
What if your family in the crib?
Hey, I Am Legend. Will Smith did a whole movie by himself. Lived, ate good.
Yeah, but people wasn't alive though.
Them goddamn vampire zombies was.
But my point is, like, you know what I'm saying? He your man's right now, but when the zombies outside, he might not be your man's no more.
And that's what it is.
Damn. See, when you put people in there, it's a whole different dynamic because everybody ain't cool no more. All morals is gone. All religion.
Wait, you mean like he's not my man's man, or he's like a zombie now, so he's not my man?
No, like he not your man. It's like, yo, you got some steak, and I'm hungry. I need that.
So damn, it's him the enemy now.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna do something to you. You know what I mean?
No more podcasts to record.
It's all about survival, B.
It's about survival.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's so cool. I respect that. You know, I don't think that
ain't something that I've ever thought about because I just don't see it realistic.
It's something you should think about. Even if zombies don't come, you might not know. The grid might go down. You know
Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's still the same scenario almost. You know,
I keep
just people ain't gonna try to bite you.
I keep a lot of stuff in my car, so I could live a couple days.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I got 2 swords in my joint. Like I'm ready. Facts though. What would you go?
Don't know if everybody know this store, but it's the store called Cabela's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a grocery store?
No,
It's
like a
hunting
sporting goods hunting store, but
See, it might be good.
plenty of ammo, plenty of weapons. They got deer meat in there.
And that's gonna be my man's. We gonna go in there.
Now, the trick to that is that everybody's gonna have that same
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got the same mindset.
So that's when you have to get your Rick Grimes on and you gotta maneuver.
You gotta tape.
You gotta get ready to go through some people to take that story.
You gotta have a Michonne with you.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
Man, you gotta have more than that.
But that's the stuff. Yeah.
Carol, we need everybody.
We need all of it. But that's where I'm headed. That's where I'm headed if it happens, if it goes down.
Cabela's.
Well, with me, first of all, my zombies gotta. If my zombies ain't like the zombies in Zombieland, I don't want to go do nothing.
So you just
I want to have fun with my zombies and do that. So, if they regular normal zombies, I'm just gonna take a nice little easy walk, go to Cabela's, get my stuff,
Yeah.
and come on back home. Because
you just walking.
them zombies ain't nothing. You know,
They're gonna take him a hot bubble bath.
right? I'm enjoying my life.
Life ain't changed at all.
It's a normal life. It's just me and a couple other people now. And them other people, y'all stay where y'all at and leave me alone.
Yeah.
But if I got Zombieland zombies, I'm about to have
But
fun.
if they running,
If they running, if they not like Zombieland zombies running,
yeah.
it's cool. I just shoot them from a distance.
Sound like
So I need to hear that scenario.
What?
If they World War Z zombies and not Zombieland
I'm ready.
zombies.
I'm going. I'm racing to Cabela now. If you in the way, Tim, you dead. I'm sorry. See, you dead. It's all about me. All right, now if it was the other world, then y'all can come on live with me. But nah, everybody gone. I gotta survive by myself, and then hopefully get to the government, and somebody come save me and take me somewhere else.
They can pop you off.
They probably will. You know what? You're right. That shit is true. So,
He's in fact dead.
Shoot.
Right.
No way.
but
And
then
he's
be
black.
Right.
He's resisting.
They ain't got no reason not to resist.
right,
now.
right. Them would be my scenarios. Though.
Okay, that's dope. So, cool.
All right, Jack. Well, thank you for coming in, man.
Yep.
Being a guest on BlvdAve TV.
Appreciate y'all having me. I really do.
All right, fellas. Any last, you know what I mean? Questions, comments, concerns before we get about it?
I'm gonna get ready to read this comic book, man.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
excited for it. I really want to get into it.
I really do. You know what I'm saying? We almost got 10,000 views across the world, so it might not, to somebody like doing numbers on YouTube, it might not seem like a lot, but somebody that's just promoting in the crib, you know what I mean? That's a lot of folks.
That's good.
That's organic too. So
Yeah,
that's
it's organic.
That's the best. That's the best.
You know what I'm saying? We just really just in the mood of doing it, and you know what I'm saying? We 9.05 out of 10 rating.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? So something there.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we gotta get the old man Logan character in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Throw us in there.
So
Yeah.
You got
Hey,
obviously his name can't be old man Logan.
look
so,
here.
He had a baseball cap on, you know.
Right. There's a lot of people with baseball caps, and they get like smacked up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, see, I got to be the one that don't get
You
smacked.
got okay. We're gonna have one
That's
that
how
don't
it's
get smacked up.
Make
And if y'all
comic
do-
relief.
There we go. Hey, there's a lot of that. It's some funny stuff in there. And I put Easter eggs in every issue. Y'all might see it. Y'all might not.
Cool. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. This is BlvdAve TV. I am your host, Old Man Logan, and we up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.